Let's just get right to it. Week 1 against the Commanders it got punched. A real kick in the teeth, honestly. Pretty heartbreaking. I know it hurts. You know it hurts. We all watched it. We felt every single agonizing yard, every missed chance. Here's the deal about being a true fan, right? You don't shy away. You got to face the hard truths. We dig in. We look for those little nuggets of knowledge, figure out where our beloved Big Blue goes from here. So our mission today, unpack everything, the infuriating lows, the few and far between highs, and figure out what it all means moving forward, because we have to get better. You know who's waiting? Dallas. We absolutely have to beat those Cowboys.
Exactly. And I'm here to help us frame this deep dive as a really crucial analytical session for every one of you listening. The goal isn't just to, complain about what happened. It's to synthesize all the data we have. We're talking historical context, the game stats, and those PFF grades. For anyone new to analytics, that's Pro Football Focus. They grade every player, every snap. It's pretty detailed stuff. We'll use all of that to give you the complete picture, or as complete as we can get, of why Week 1 went down like it did. And what's really insightful here is seeing how these results bring up some genuinely important questions about foundational issues, any strengths that might be emerging, questions that are vital for the path ahead.
Okay, speaking of questions, let's talk history.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, it's not the good kind, not the kind we want. This is the Giants' 101st NFL season. 101. That's huge for any team. But after Week 1, felt less like a milestone, more like a, millstone tied around our necks. Because here's the stat that really, really worries me, folks. This is the 3rd straight season we scored 0 touchdowns in the opener. 3 straight. That's not vintage. That's just sad. It's embarrassing, frankly.
It really is a stark statistic.
The last team to pull that off.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions. Way back in the 1940s. I'm talking leather helmets, barely a forward pass. It's like a different sport. We're making history on the wrong scoreboard. It just makes you furious.
And that frustration, that repetition, it's palpable. Stepping back, looking at the bigger picture, it does create this sense of deja vu, doesn't it? This loss specifically was the first road opener in Washington with 0 offensive touchdowns since 2001. And adding to that, it's the first time the Giants have lost 3 straight to the Commanders since the late 90s. These patterns, they aren't just numbers you shrug off. They can really impact a team's whole mindset, their strategic approach. So it raises a key question. How do these historical trends, this repeated story of slow starts against a rival, how does that hit current performance and, fan morale? It's not just about the X's and O's, it's psychological.
Oh, it's absolutely psychological. As a fan, you feel it in your gut. It creates this hurdle before the game even starts. You go into these games, especially against Washington or Dallas, with this kind of dread building, like, oh no, here we go again. And I think that affects the players too, right? Does that history creep in, make them play tight?
I think it almost has to, right? That kind of burden can lead to hesitation on the field, maybe not playing instinctively, overthinking things. And for the fans, like you said, it chips away at that belief you need, which then, circles back and can affect the team. It's a tough cycle.
Yeah. A really tough cycle. And the scoreboard, just screams tough cycle. Didn't say anything good. Final. Commanders 21, Giants 6. 21-6. Losing is one thing, getting pushed around is another. And the yardage difference, oh boy. 432 total yards for them, 231 for us.
Big gap.
It's a chasm, not a gap. I mean, seriously, were we coming to play or coming for, like a picnic? Because for big chunks of that game, it didn't look like professional football. You just expect more, you demand more.
Well, and what's really telling there is how effectively Washington seemed to exploit those weaknesses we saw. Yeah. Take Jaden Daniels. He was a nightmare, dual threat all day. 233 passing yards, ran for a touchdown, added another 68 on the ground. He just controlled things, kept our defense completely off balance.
Yeah, he did.
Then you've got Deebo Samuel, veteran player, just kept making plays, 7 catches, 77 yards, that nice 19-yard TD run.
Yep, saw that one. Hurt to watch.
But maybe the biggest story, the play that really felt like the nail in the coffin, was their rookie running back. Jacory Croskey-Merritt, he had a breakout, 82 yards, and that huge 42-yard touchdown run to basically seal it.
Oh, that run.
It was like he just decided it was his day. These weren't just good plays by Washington. At key moments, they looked unstoppable. It really highlighted the contrast in execution.
Unstoppable's right. Some of those plays, it felt like our guys were just watching. Agonizing. Okay. Deep breath. Let's get into this PFF breakdown. Got to pack the gritty details. And we have to find some good, right? Got to be something. So let's start there. The rare sunrise in a pretty dark morning for Big Blue. Abdul Carter, our rookie. He was fantastic. A sack, 3 pressures, blocked a punt. The kid was everywhere.
He really flashed.
Showed hustle, showed instinct, showed exactly why we drafted him. That was exciting to see. And look, yeah, Washington played well. Croskey-Merritt got an 85.0 PFF grade. Daniels, 81.1. Okay, they earned it. Good for them. But back to our guys. Unfortunately, the good, it gives way to the bad pretty quick. And the bad. Oh, the red zone freeze. This drove me nuts. Still does. 13 plays inside the 5-yard line. 13. Result, 0 touchdowns. 0. That's not just bad, it's almost comical, but nobody's laughing.
Yeah.
Felt like we were allergic to scoring. And then the running game, or lack thereof. Anemic is the word. 74 total yards rushing. The whole team.
Yeah.
Wilson got 44 of those. Our backs looked like they were running in quicksand.
No push up front.
No push, no holes, no momentum, just nothing. So frustrating, especially when you know how much we need that run game. And then there's the ugly. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, folks. The run defense, giving up 220 yards on the ground, 220.
Yeah, that's tough to swallow.
That's not just a bad game, that's a meltdown. It felt like they were running through us, like we weren't even there. Like tackling was optional. And the offensive line. PFF grades basically D- to F across the board. I mean, Wilson was in more danger than a snowman in a sauna back there. Getting hit, scrambling for his life, no time at all.
Constant pressure.
Brutal. We are better than this.
Yeah.
We have to be better than this.
How slow?
How do we fix this?
Well, that's the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it? Especially when you see these issues pop up again and again across different parts of the game. If we connect the dots, the red zone failures, the non-existent run game, the leaky run defense, it creates this vicious cycle. No run game puts massive pressure on the passing attack. Offensive line breaks down. That pressure becomes unbearable. Stalled drives, no points.
Yep. Story of the game.
So it really raises that fundamental question about scheme and execution. Is it personnel? Is it coaching? Is it probably some mix of both? But the consistency, like you said, is what's really concerning.
It has to be a mix, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When the O-line struggles like that, year after year almost, you look at talent, you look at coaching, technique.
Yeah.
Something's not working. You expect better prep, better fundamentals. But then, you see a rookie like Carter light it up.
Right.
It gives you that little bit of hope that the talent is there in spots. It's just putting it all together, getting the scheme right, which clearly didn't happen week 1. Not on offense, not on run D.
That's a very fair point. It suggests maybe it's not just about the players themselves, but maybe systemic issues, scheme design, maybe even training methods that aren't quite clicking with the roster's strengths or weaknesses. It's about effective strategy, not just trying hard.
Exactly. But okay, even with all that doom and gloom, there were sparks.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the big blue fire alarm moment, something to actually feel good about. Brian Burns. He brought the heat. Oh man, he was a force out there. 2 sacks. That ties the most by a Giant in an opener since JPP back in 2011.
Impressive debut.
And these weren't just, touch sacks. These were explosions. He was living in their backfield, disrupting everything. It was awesome to watch him play. Exactly what we paid all that money for.
And his impact was real. You could see it. It wasn't just flash. He finished with 6 total tackles, 2 solo, 4 assists. And those 2 sacks were part of 3 total for the defense, the most sacks we've had in week 1 since that same 2011 game.
Wow.
So what's really insightful is even with the team struggling overall, his individual brilliance absolutely mattered. It helped keep Washington to only 1 touchdown in the second half. It shows how one elite player can still, carve things up back there. He's definitely a building block for this defense, a real bright spot, no question.
Absolutely. Makes you dream about what this defense could be if the offense just, helped them out a little, put some points up. Okay, so let's get the full PFF report card out. It really does kind of paint the whole picture, highs and lows. You mentioned our guys, Burns and Carter, B+ to A- range, totally deserved. But the rest, gets dicey.
It does. Looking at the whole spectrum really lays it bare. For Washington, Croskey-Merritt gets an A. Rookie exploded, key yards, that huge TD, Jaden Daniels A-, that dual threat ability was on full display. Kept the D guessing.
Yep.
For us, Burns, like we said, B+ to A-, major spark, 2 sacks, lots of pressure. Abdul Carter, the rookie, also a B+. Defensive Rookie of the Week honors, fantastic start for him.
Huge.
But then, Giants offensive line, F, just flat out F. No push, way too much pressure allowed. Giants rush defense, also an F. Giving up 220 yards, that's just not sustainable. Can't happen.
Unacceptable.
And the Giants' overall offense grade, D, inefficient, stagnant, and, touchdownless. So, yeah. What it all means is you see individual stars, especially on D, fighting against his big collective struggles. O-line, run game, overall offense, stark contrast tells the story.
Brutal report card, but yeah, feels honest. Let's quickly walk through those key moments again, the ones that defined it. Burns' first sack was just pure power. Dropped Daniels for a 6-yard loss. Felt good. Then his second sack stopped another Washington drive cold. That's the impact.
Absolutely.
And then the biggest cheer from the Big Blue faithful all day. Abdul Carter's block punt, that was electric, gave us a spark. But then, the ones that still make you wince. Croskey-Merritt's 42-yard TD run. That rookie just ran right through us. Game over, basically. Felt deflating.
Sealed it.
And Debo's reverse TD. That was just a well-designed, well-executed play by them that sliced us up. Hurt to watch. Those are the moments, good and bad, that swung it. And yeah, too many swung Washington's way.
And connecting those moments, you can see how single plays really shape the game's narrative. Burns' sacks, Carter's block, huge in stopping the bleeding, showed defensive potential. But the ease of those Washington scores, it points to maybe deeper issues, right? Tackling, assignments, discipline. It raised that important question again. How much is individual mistakes versus maybe systemic breakdowns, scheme issues, team discipline? It's a critical thing to figure out for making adjustments.
Yeah, it's a huge question. You hope it's stuff you can coach up, fixable mistakes. When it looks this consistent, you worry it's bigger. So where are we? Bottom line, 0-1. 0 offense. Literally 0 touchdowns. That part, just unforgivable. But there were flashes on D. Burns, Carter, Thibodeau had some moments too. They gave us something to build on. They played hard, brought energy, disrupted things, but the offense still stuck in that deep freeze. We need a thaw, like yesterday, because Dallas is coming, our rivals, and we need this win. It's not just about getting to 1-1, it's about pride, making a statement, showing we are not that team from week 1. This team has got to come out fighting. Let's go Big Blue.
So to wrap it up for you listening, the historical struggles, they feel real. The offensive inefficiency, it's a massive, undeniable problem right now. But that defensive talent, Burns, Carter, others, it offers a real foundation, a genuine reason to keep watching, keep hoping for improvement. So maybe the final thought to leave you with is this. Given those historical patterns, given the clear struggles we saw in week 1, what fundamental shifts, beyond just, players playing better, what fundamental shifts are needed for this Giants team to finally break free, to ignite something consistent, something winning, especially against a rival like Dallas? That's the big challenge for the team, for the coaches. And it's something for you to think about as this season unfolds. We'll be right here tracking it all with you. Just wanted to say a massive thank you for tuning in to Big Blue Tea.
Absolutely. And a huge shout out always to Black Freezy TV.
Oh, definitely.
For the fantastic programming, the production, everything that makes this possible.
Yep. Their work behind the scenes is just really appreciated.
It really is.
This has been Big Blue Tea.